Hey guys, and welcome back to the Zachrix YouTube channel, and today we are returning to an old concept that I did many months ago, probably about 2 years ago now actually. A tier list. And this time we're going to redo our MCU tier list, because we did it, I think, did it just after Miss Marvel was released? Back in about 3 years, probably about 3 years ago now maybe. And there's been a lot since then. And I am now officially all pretty much caught up with the main saga stuff. So, I can now finally give my ranking on a lot of these. I am going to start off... Actually, before we start off, I just want to say I hope you all very much enjoy this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know down below and what you would like me to rank. If it's something I've not done before, say you want me to rank... I don't know, you want me to rank Legends of Zelda games. I've only ever played a couple of them, but I will go and play all of them, and then I will do the ranking, if that's what you guys want to see. So please drop a like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you want me to tier list next, if any. And remember, I stream on Twitch every Saturday and Sunday, playing Football Manager, so you want to see me a bit more, go and check me out down there. The link will be in the description. Right, I know I've just said I'm all caught up, but there is some side ones here. And they are mainly the old Netflix series I have not watched yet. That is purely because I didn't think they were main series up until up until Daredevil Born Again, which I have seen. So I've kind of done that in the wrong order, but you know. Right, where do we begin? Do we want to go in order of film, or do we want to go in just order as they are? I'd say we just go in order as we are. So the first one we've got... I'm also going to remove the... Actually, no, I'm going to keep that tier, and I'm going to put Eyes of Wakanda in there. I don't see the point of that show. I don't want to watch that show. I don't see the point of it. I am watching it. Cannot be bothered. Waste of time, if you ask me. Is there actually any more in here that I can quickly get out of the way now? Yeah, I've seen all of these. Agent Carter. Not seen it. Don't know if I'm going to. I do want to watch all these Netflix series, so I'm going to put I haven't watched that. Agent Carter, is it the special presentation or is it the actual show? I can't see. If it's the special presentation, I have seen it. I'm going to assume it's the show, and I'm just going to put I have not watched it. Maybe I'll get onto it before Doomsday. Maybe I won't. I don't even know there was an Agent Carter show, to be honest. Right. Okay, yeah, I've seen the rest of these, so let's crack on. So, first one, it looks like it's Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 to me is bad. I did not enjoy it as much as I did the first Iron Man. I'm pretty sure the first Iron Man is one of the best MCU films ever. This one just felt like there's just too many plot points, too much going on, nothing really going for it. Because you've got the whole thing with Whiplash, Justin Hammer, the relationship with Tony and his dad, the relationship with Tony and Rhodey, Tony and Pepper. You got Black Widow sprinkled in there as an introduction, and it just all feels too full. So I don't like Iron Man 2. I'm going to put it in bad. Captain America: The First Avenger. It is arguably one of my favourite in the whole MCU. But do I think it's definitely not goated. Definitely not goated. Very bloody good, or I'm going to go... Ooh. On favouritism, I'd go very bloody good, but in overall, decent enough. I do love this first Captain America. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The origin story is out of this world. Getting the scene of him getting the serum and chasing down that Hydra op, absolutely brilliant. And the whole ending as well. With the train and the plane, with Bucky on the train and the plane crash at the end, and him coming into present time after being... I absolutely love that film. But I can't give it any higher than this, because I know there are more on there that I would put higher than it. regardless of it being one of my favourites. Next up is Thor 1. This is probably one I've seen probably one of the least, but upon watching I'm going to go pretty meh. As Thor's origin, it's pretty solid. It does the character well. Loki as the villain as well is he's pretty decent. Idris Elba as Heimdall as well, pretty good. Natalie Portman, not a huge fan of her as an actress, but I do think she's pretty good in this. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty meh. There's nothing really more I can say about it. The first Avengers is goated. You disagree, you don't know film. The first Avengers is absolutely goated. The first culmination of this, at the end of this phase 1, is top tier. Absolutely top tier. Yeah, Loki returning as the main villain. A little sneak peek of what's to come in the future when you see Thanos at the end. The whole Battle of New York sequence is done absolutely brilliantly. The CGI is brilliant as well. Even like the death of death, I know he comes back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but even the death of Coulson works so well because it brings these heroes finally all together. They're not pissing about. They're not arguing with each other no more. They're not all trying to one-up each other, and it's absolutely brilliant. Joss Whedon did a brilliant job with that film. Now we've got Ant-Man 1. I'm going to go decent enough. I think this was this the first time Ant-Man had ever appeared on? Probably not. I mean, was it? Let's have a look. Ant-Man first appearance in movies. Ant-Man Scotland. Oh, it was his first appearance ever in a film. And I gotta say, they did smash it out of the park. Paul Rudd is so funny as Scott Lang. Michael Pena as well as Luis. His storytelling is brilliant. The villain Yellow Jacket is kind of basic. It's another typically one of them, businessmen gone wrong thing. Trying to recreate Hank Pym's old suit, and he succeeds in it, but he just goes so far right with it all. Hope Van Dyne as well is pretty solid. Even the secondary characters, I think it's Bobby Cannavale, it's Paxton, Judy Greer as Scott's ex-wife, and you got Cassie Lang as well. All three of them are brilliant. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm going to put it pretty meh, but I'm going to go above Thor. Just didn't quite top the decency of the first one. Again, nothing discrediting, because I do like the film, but it's just not up there. Again, Scott Lang, Paul Rudd as Scott Lang is funny. Obviously, it deals with the effect it had on Hope and Hank after Civil War, after Scott was arrested and had the suit. It did go into that. The side characters are seen a lot less in this. Luis is still funny, and the rest of the robbery gang, and the whole Baba Yaga thing as well is so funny. Who was the villain? There was two main ones, weren't there? There was Ghost and Walton Goggins. What was it? Sonny Birch. Sonny Birch, at times he was funny. The Giant Man boat scene's quite funny. Ghost in this was pretty solid, but it's just at times I didn't quite get her motive. Because surely if you brought Janet back, they could help to heal. She would help to heal her because she's had experience down there. Instead, she wanted to kill her and still be broken. Yeah, I didn't quite get that part. But it's pretty meh. It's above Thor. We'll take it. Black Panther. Oh, where do I stick Black Panther? Where do I go with you? It's either goated or very bloody good. Oh, where do I put you? I'm going to go... I'll put Very Bloody Good for now. But I can always shift it round later. Black Panther is an absolute... You know what? Change my mind. Go it. It's an absolute masterpiece. It is so good. Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther kills it. Obviously, R.I.P. Chadwick. But he's so bloody good in that role. Shuri as well, Okoye and Baku is so funny. Even Martin Freeman's character in it is so funny. You had Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Andy Serkis as Ulysses Klaue. Obviously, Klaue wasn't in it for very long. But again, he was only a secondary villain. Michael B. Jordan kills it as Eric Killmonger. The only thing that brings this film down for me is the final battle. The CGI dropped during the train bits, where Black Panther and Killmonger are on the train. But other than that, it's absolutely brilliant. The rest of the CGI in the film going into Wakanda, around it, all the tools, it's brilliant. The score is absolutely sublime. Was this Michael Garang's son, I think his name is? Black Panther score. That's not how you spell anything. Black Panther score composer. Ludwig Göransson, not Michael. I'm thinking of the other guy. Ludwig Göransson absolutely smashed the score on this. It is so good. I think it even won an Oscar for it as well, which just shows you how good it was. What do we got next? We got Thor the Dark World. Oh, it's just bad. When I do my MCU rewatches, I pray to God I can skip this, but you can't, because you have to watch it for the Reality Stone. That is the only reason I watch it. If it had nothing to do with the Reality Stone or anything, I'd skip over this movie straight away. Malekith sucks. The only thing that brings it up for me is Loki. Loki is the one bit that brings it up, because he's just in everything he plays, he's just brilliant. Every film he's in, but I can't even talk about it, man. It just sucks so bad. I wish I could skip over it, but you have to watch it because of the Reality Stone bollocks. Malekith is shit. He's so boring. There's no motive for him whatsoever. He's just boring. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, again, it's like Captain America, it's one of my favourites, but do I think it's better than Ant-Man? I'm not sticking it up here, but do I think it's better than Ant-Man? Yeah. Do I think it's better than Captain America the First Avenger? I don't. Do I? No, I'm going to stick it in between the two of them. Shang-Chi, going into it, I knew nothing about. I think I went and watched it with my sister at the cinema for one night. And I remember going into the cinema, and I'm pretty sure I looked over and I said, I'm not expecting much from this, because I don't know who Shang-Chi is. I know who the Ten Rings were from Iron Man and all. But I had no idea Shang-Chi even existed. I'd never heard of a comic book about Shang-Chi. Never heard of anything about him. Then I watched this film and I absolutely loved it. It is so... I wouldn't say so good, but it's good. Some of the fight scenes in it are amazing. The whole jungle maze going into Talo is brilliant. The backstory of Wenwu and Shang's mother, it cuts you deep. It does cut you deep. You had Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. He did pretty well. Not a big fan of Awkwafina. But when she played Katie in this, I thought she was okay. I didn't hate her. Because every now and then you just get some actors and actresses you don't like seeing, but then you enjoy them in what they do. So I don't mind Awkwafina in this. But yeah, pretty decent. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 next. This is pretty decent. Is it going to go up? Oh, I'm going to have to scroll up. This is very bloody good. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for me is very bloody good. It's the Guardians as a whole is so funny. They are so funny to me. And that's the kind of vibe I get watching these films. Obviously Guardians 3 was a bit of a change, but we'll get into that later on. But I absolutely love Guardians 2. Ego as a villain, not as good as Ronan, I don't think, or as good as the High Evolutionary. I had to think for a minute what his name was. But still, I think it's good. It obviously deals with the backstory of Quill. It deals with Gamora's relationship with Nebula towards the end. The whole scene on the way to Ego with Mantis doing the sleep and reading Quill's thoughts is so funny. Yondu's death as well it's gut wrenching, man, but it's brilliant. And the first 5-10 minutes of this film is probably one of my favourite openings of the whole MCU. You've got this big battle going on behind him, and you've just got Baby Groot going around going around dancing in front of it all. And I think it just shows what the Guardians are about at this point. It's so funny, and I love the film. Very bloody good for me, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Miss Marvel, I'm going to go pretty meh. I don't think it's as bad as other MCU shows on here. There's one in particular, there's two in particular actually that I think I'm going to stick in bad and just three. 4. I'm going. Why is there 2 first Avengers? Why am I missing? Why have I got 2 first Avengers on here? We'll leave that one at the bottom, because I don't know why that's there. That's definitely the first Avenger. Moving on. Miss Marvel. Upon first watch, I didn't think that much of it. I mean, Kamala Khan is funny. Her powers are unique. Upon my rewatch a couple months ago, going back through it, I didn't enjoy it as much. I didn't get the villain's motives. I still find Kamala funny. I find the family funny. Bruno as well I quite like. But it's the love interest and his family. I don't get it. Yeah, the family's motives I just don't get. The villain motives. I think that's pretty much covered it for me. The Hood in it was pretty good. I think it was the Hood. No, the Hood was Ironheart. The guy who throws the daggers around, he was pretty good. The Incredible Hulk. I'm very mixed with this, but I'm gonna stick it bad above Iron Man 2. Because the only real bit in this film that I like is the Hulk versus the Abomination at the end. In the brawl in New York. That's the only bit I get enjoyment out of. I just can't really explain it. To me, the Hulk is just a bad film. Part of the ending. Civil War is goated. Civil War it's going to go above Black Panther, but behind the first Avengers. I don't think nothing tops the first Avengers. So. Civil War is goated. It took the Avengers. It split them in 2. You got Cap, who is trying to look out for his old war buddy, trying to do what I thought was right watching this film, and going against the law. And you got Iron Man who wants to stick to the law. He wants to have the Avengers managed, which I disagreed with. You got Chris Evans and RDJ do the performances of lifetimes in this film. You got the fall of one pretty strong friendship going, and right before you go into your main saga ending as well, you split them up. Again, the battles in this are brilliant. The ending battle between Cap, Bucky, and Tony is, again, it's gut wrenching, man, because you know it can't end well. But yeah, pretty goated if you ask me. Avengers Endgame is also goated above Civil War. It is the finale of the Infinity Saga. Far From Home, but that doesn't count. But it's 3 hours of absolute brilliance. It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. I don't know what I can. The final battle is absolutely brilliant. Tony's sacrifice at the end, Nat's sacrifice. It breaks your heart to see, but you know they've got to go because they've been doing it since 2008 and 2010. Cap's the ending they give Cap as well, his retirement, going back in time to stay with Peggy, getting the life he deserved as well. It makes you happy cry. Sam Wilson becoming the new Cap, we'll get onto that later. The whole time heist thing is done really well. I think it doesn't break the natural laws of, well, not that I noticed. But it doesn't break the natural law. The characters on it are brilliant. The ending is brilliant. The first 5 minutes as well with Hawkeye and his family is heartbreaking, and it leads on to him becoming the Ronin. But it's pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's goated. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Oh, I'm gonna say it's pretty meh. I'm gonna stick it above Ant-Man and the Wasp though. It's a weird one for me because I love the first Black Panther film. It's up there as you can see. This one dropped off loads, and I won't say there's a main reason for it, but I do think not having T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman here brings it a bit down for me, because obviously you can't help what happened, but yeah, it brings it down. It's not as good. I'm not a big fan of Namor. However you say his name. Shuri as the Black Panther is pretty solid. Letitia Wright is pretty. I don't like Dominique Thorne. Don't like Ironheart in this. Queen Ramonda's death in this does up it a bit because of the emotion behind it. It's a pretty emotional film. And Baku as well is still pretty funny. But the thing that just really brings it down for me is because Chadwick's not there no more, and it's really sad to see. Next up, Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh man. To me, it's very bloody good. Deadpool's introduction to the MCU and the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I love it. I know Deadpool is R-rated, 18 plus, and so was Wolverine, to be fair. But I'm so glad they didn't drop that idea when they added them to the MCU. I'm so glad of it. Because you cannot have Deadpool and Wolverine without a little bit of R-rated. Deadpool is so funny in it, as usual. Ryan Reynolds smashes it out of the park. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again smashes it out of the park. He still has it nearly 10 years on. Logan was 2017, this was 2024. So yeah, about 7, 8 years on, still smashes out of the park. Him finally getting the comic accurate yellow and blue, and the cowl, absolutely brilliant. The bus scene with with all the Deadpool variants, the journey through the void, the nostalgia seeing Chris Evans as the Human Torch, Wesley Snipes Blade, Jessica Garner as Elektra, even Channing Tatum as Gambit is pretty funny, and seeing X-23 again, Daphne Keane come back, and even the bits in the TVA were good. It's just the villain, Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova, and Paradox. I didn't really enjoy Paradox. Was funny at times, and Cassandra Nova was like pretty threatening at times as well. But other than that, I don't think much of them. But it's still very bloody good to me. The whole dynamic between Wade and Logan, it's so good. I'm just glad, not glad. I'm just unhappy they reduced some of the characters from the last films. I know there's not a lot you can do with them coming into this, but I would have loved to have seen more of Colossus, more of Peter, more of Vanessa. But they even brought Shatterstar back for this after he died in Deadpool 2, but they still didn't use him. What can you do? Iron Man 3, to me, it's bad. Nothing really against it. But I just don't enjoy it. Again, I don't enjoy it as much as watching some of these other films. It just seems to be like a lot of these films, though, have villains that have born from Tony Stark, from his actions, and it's just it was starting to get a bit old. I mean, you had Obadiah Stane, Whiplash, Aldrich Killian. Obviously, them three are going to be born from Stark because they're in the Iron Man films. But even when you look later on, you've got Mysterio. Who else have you got? Okay, maybe not as much. Okay, maybe not as many as I thought there was, but there's still a lot. Like Justin Hammer. There's still a lot there. Seems to be born from Stark. The whole fake Mandarin thing as well was just shit. I mean, you go through this entire film thinking Trevor. Is his name Trevor? I think it's Trevor. Thinking he like the old dude is the Mandarin, and then 10 minutes to the end, you find out it's Aldrich Killian, who's the Mandarin, and he's got power. Well, we know he had powers early on, but why do the whole fake Mandarin thing? RDJ in this still smashes it as Tony. Ty Simpkins as Harley as well added that extra positivity to it. Pepper and Rhodes as well as brilliant. The other woman in it, I can't think of her name now because obviously she's not very memorable, but I didn't like her in it at all. I just felt she was pointless. But yeah, Iron Man 3 is bad to me. No Way Home is goated. Stick it up there. I'm going to put it above Black Panther. No Way Home to me is goated. It is the third installment of Spider-Man in the MCU. Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Marissa Tomei all smash it out of the park in this film. They are all so brilliant. The returns of Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, them three villains together absolutely kill it in this film. Obviously, I know Rhys Ifans the Lizard, and Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman were in it as well. But they have smaller parts in it, like the Lizard's barely in it. Sandman's is still holds up, but the Lizard's barely in it. I don't think much of him. And then obviously you have the returns of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. How could you get that wrong? You couldn't. You couldn't. It is top tier. The battles in it, the conversations the three of them have, they are smashed out of the park. And No Way Home is a goated film. It's probably the best film post Endgame in my opinion. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to me, it's below Iron Man 2. Yeah, it's bad to me. I really don't enjoy this show. I think it would have worked better as a film. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times now, and I still just can't wrap my head around it. Obviously, Sam and Bucky are okay. US Agent is just annoying in this. He gets better in Thunderbolts, but in this one, he's so annoying because he's trying so hard to be Captain America, but nothing's going to live up to Steve. Baron Zemo's bit in this was incredible. It was so funny. Emily Van Camp. Agent 13 was a lot better in Civil War than she was here. She has that ending teasing what's next for her. We haven't seen her come back yet. So that whole tease bit, again, is just pointless. Carly Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers trying to get life back to how it was during the blip. Yeah, I understand their motives, but the way they go about it just sucks. Like, there's no point doing what they do. You want life to go back to how it was during the blip, so you inject yourself with super soldier serum and blow everything up and cause serious amounts of terrorism. Yeah, not for me, that. Love and Thunder is just bad. It's above Thor the Dark World because it's funny, but it's just bad. It really takes the seriousness out of Thor. I mean, you could say the same about Ragnarok, but there were still serious moments in it. Thor Love and Thunder has nothing. Wasted villain, wasted heroes. There's nothing to it. I mean, you get Christian Bale to play the villain and you have him in it for 5 minutes. I mean, he's so wasted in it. Thor is just treated as a massive joke in this film. He doesn't seem as powerful or strong as he did in Infinity War or even Endgame when he was fat. That's another thing about Endgame I liked Fat Thor. I forgot to bring it up. Natalie Portman returned as Jane Foster's Lady Thor again. I get it, but you have her for an hour and then you kill her off. At least do a little bit more with her before you kill her off. Korg as well is funny as ever. I like Korg. What else can I say? Oh, the CGI. The floating head. Axel's floating head. Yeah, CGI was not up to scratch during these section of films. But yeah, that is just bad. What do we got next? Oh, the Marvels is joining it. I'd argue it's lower than Thor: The Dark World. The Marvels to me sucks so bad. It is genuinely awful, and I don't know how it's this bad. Because you got the whole, the power switching scene was good. I enjoyed that, but everything else in this film I don't like. You got Captain Marvel, who's still boring as ever. You've got, I think her name's Photon. again, she's just like, she hates Captain Marvel for leaving and whatnot, and leaving her mother to die or something, or and whatnot, and now she hates Captain Marvel, but literally in the film before she loved them and whatnot, and ugh, I don't get it. And then Miss Marvel is still the same as Miss Marvel. She's funny at times, but more than I can't really say more than that. The villain is not memorable at all. I'm trying to think of her name now and I can't do it. Captain. No, it's the Marvels. The Marvels villain. Dar-Benn, played by Zawe Ashton. Not memorable at all. Don't remember a thing about her. And the whole scene, was it the water planet? The scene with the sing and the dance, the musical number. What the fuck were you thinking? No. Hawkeye. Finally, an MCU show I'm going to put in decent. I love the Hawkeye show. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Again, top notch. Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. What a replacement for Jeremy Renner when he retires. Well, I'm pretty sure he's done in the MCU now as of last week. You got Yelena Belova coming back as Florence Pugh coming back as Yelena Belova, who I think as well, when she's on screen with Kate, it's so funny, especially in this final battle through the building, and you finally get she finally gets that closure from Clint at the end when them two have a little fight. You also have the return of Kingpin after Daredevil. Obviously not as prominent in it, but I think how much he was in it is solid, because you don't want to go too much into it. Echo as well. I didn't mind in a sense, but I still think it could have been done differently. But overall, the show is pretty decent. I'll give it decent. Secret Invasion, get it down there. It's just bad. It is so fucking stupid. Like, honestly, so fucking stupid. I was really looking forward to it going into it as well. A show about Skrulls infiltrating, trying to live life on Earth. But it's just shit. Like, it's like, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but again, I don't blame you if you don't want to. Kobe Smulders, Maria Hill's death, you see coming a mile off. Because you just see a scene of Nick Fury and he just raises a gun and shoots her, and you can clearly see it's a Skrull. You'll be able to clearly know that was a Skrull in the first place. There's no emotion behind it. You just see her get shot and she's dead. They don't even do anything else afterwards after that. The whole Rhodey being a Skrull as well is just stupid. Like, you see him in a hospital gown, so everyone thinks he's been a Skrull since Civil War, but how would he know about doing all of that in Infinity War and Endgame? And you've got Talos as well. His death you see happening, but there's a little bit of emotion behind it, because I actually quite like Talos. You got the villain, Super Skrull, who is trying to gather this Skrull army, and then in the end decides to kill all of his Skrull army, and then gets the DNA of all the heroes to bring more Skrulls. But if you want an army of Skrulls, why would you kill the last lot? and it's just, it doesn't work for me. Even Gaia, I think it's Emilia Clarke who plays her. It just doesn't work. Again, you have a setup for her at the end, and nothing's been made of it. Hopefully, nothing does, because I don't want to see her back. No discredit to the actor, but nah, Secret Wars is Secret Invasion is not there. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's very bloody good. It's above the second. It is so emotional. Like, I cried at multiple. I went and saw this with my friend, and going into it, they'd never watched any MCU film, any Guardians film, and even they were crying in this, because some of the scenes in this film, it's so difficult watching. You've got all the animals and everything, and what they're, it's so difficult to watch. Obviously, all the Guardians smash it. The highlight Guardian for me in this is Bradley Cooper as Rocket. Because this was Rocket's film. I didn't. If there's one person I didn't like in this, it is Gamora. Because obviously she's not the same Gamora as we know, and she treats everyone like a piece of shit. Her and Nebula basically swap. So how Nebula was in Guardians 1, that's how Gamora is in Guardians 3, right up until the end. The dynamics between Mantis, Nebula, and Drax as well is so funny. Nebula is still the exact same, but at least she's got a bit more emotion to her. The High Evolutionary, as well as a villain, is pretty solid. I think he's better than Ego. And I'm going to say he's better than Ronan as well. Yeah, and the final battle, the ship infiltration, freeing all the prisoners, all the children, all the animals, all that. Another highlight for me in this film is Adam Warlock. He is so funny in this. We all thought going into it was meant to be this big serious character, but he's one of the main jokes, and he is so funny watching him. He's got his little pet and everything. It's brilliant, man. I love it. Next up is Far From Home. I'm gonna say top of decent. No, low, very bloody good. It's the lowest of the 3 Spider-Men to me. Because you got another villain based on the influence of that Tony Stark had on him. With Mysterio, he's not as good as Vulture. He's not as good as the Sinister Six. I'd argue he's only just above the Shocker in Homecoming as well. Again, you got Spider-Man going out all throughout Europe, and it's pretty bloody good. You got Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Smash It Out the Park. Their whole bit of them getting together as well is brilliant. MJ figuring out he's Spider-Man as well it just makes it seem how obvious it is, and no one else can see it. Flash Thompson is a highlight in this as well. He's super funny. Happy Hogan is super funny. The bits with Nick Fury and Maria Hill need a bit of work, because I know it's not actually them. It's Talos and his wife. But again, I felt like they could have done a bit more. What else is there about this film? The elemental creatures as well. The illusion scenes, I'll give it, they're pretty good. Especially the big illusion and the drone battle at the end. And that bridge, is it on the tower bridge? Going across the Spidey sense scene, absolutely top notch. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's going in this column. It is just bad. It is the worst of the Ant-Man film. It's probably the worst film Yeah, it is the worst film they've done post Endgame. It is so bad. The CGI in it stinks. Bill Murray in this stinks. Paul Rudd is still somewhat funny. Hope, Hank, and Janet are given basically nothing to do up until the end. MODOK stinks in this, and the CGI of MODOK looks so terrible. Kang in this, you expect him to be some big bad, and he has a few decent moments. The acting is there, but other than that, there's just nothing going in this film. There's no real sense of threat. Cassie in this to me is just annoying as well. Like, there's just nothing going for it for me, and it's probably my worst film since post Endgame for me. Black Widow is pretty meh. I'm gonna give it above Thor. No, I'm gonna give it below Thor. No. Yeah, I'll give it above Thor. It's pretty meh. Obviously, it's COVID Marvel, so it's not gonna be as high as everything else. But I do think for the final portrayal of Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson kills it. You have the introduction of of Yelena Belova, the Red Guardian, Melina, and you finally get the backstory of Dreykov and the whole Red Room situation. I think it's okay. Taskmaster in this is not good. It could have been so much better. Dreykov in this could have been so much better. Red Guardian and Yelena are highlights in this. They are my two highlights. Because they are both so funny together. They've both got so much emotion about them. And yeah, again, the CGI drops in this. I think there's a scene on a jet where Yelena stabs a staff into it and blows backwards, and the CGI drops significantly there. Black Widow on the run from Gemma Ross as well. Dealing with the effects of Civil War, I think is pretty solid as well. I think it does all them bits well. It's just the CGI drops, tasks, and the villains aren't as good. Marvel Zombies is next. See, I actually quite enjoyed Marvel Zombies, but the thing that puts it down for me is the ending and the fact there's no second season. I do enjoy zombie stuff. I love my Walking Dead. I love the Last of Us. Technically aren't zombies, but they're kind of like zombies. I love stuff like that. The animation in this is solid. The acting, I'm glad they got all the actors, well, most of the actors back for this. It's just the ending that brings it down for me. With, is it the Hulk? And he's got a load of radiation or something, and Scarlet Witch wants to eat him to eat the world or something or other. And then you've got the group of heroes. You've got Kamala, Yelena, Red Guardian, Shang-Chi, Katie, Death Dealer, Jimmy Woo. All of them I think are pretty good. The deaths of all of the deaths in it have a lot of emotion to it. Thor in this as well. It's pretty devastating to see. And in the very last episode, the opening 10 minutes with Scott, Spider-Man, Black Panther versus Thanos, it's incredible. Because you finally get closure after the What If episode, and how they do Black Panther's ending in the show it's top tier. Avengers Infinity War is goated. You'd be stupid to say otherwise. You know what? It's going above that. This film is goated. It is the best one in the MCU. Because you finally got the culmination of phase 1, 2, and 3. 10 years worth of Marvel. 10 years worth of the MCU all in one. And they completely smash it out the park. Thanos is such a good villain. So intimidating. So good. Josh Brolin does brilliantly. I do think there could have been more emotion in it. You could have had a couple of... Well, you know what? I'll take that back because... Yeah, they do have a couple of deaths. The snap and the dusting afterwards, it breaks your heart to see, because you got all the characters you've been watching, half the characters you've been watching the last 10 years disappear. You don't know if they're coming back. The Battle of Wakanda is brilliant. Thor's entry is one of the best scenes in the whole MCU. The Battle of Titan as well. They very nearly win. But of course, Peter Quill is a fucking idiot and has to get emotional. The Black Order in this don't give much to do. Don't get given much to do other than hunting the stones. But again, they're still pretty intimidating. Very solid. The only thing that brings it down is for me is there's no Hulk. I do think the Hulk should have been in it. Obviously, he's in the start. He doesn't come back again. And the slow motion scene of the heroes in Wakanda fighting Thanos while Wanda's trying to destroy Vision. There's so much emotion going into that, and it's gut wrenching to watch because you know what's about to happen. Destroy the stone, or what's about to happen. But yeah, best film in the MCU for me. Moon Knight, I'm going to go pretty meh. It's above these two shows. It's pretty meh. Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. It starts off pretty strong. It declines as you go the way through. I remember sitting down to watch this on my rewatch, and I think I got to about episode 4 and I just cut it for about 2 weeks because I was getting that bored in it. The only thing that's putting it up for me is I enjoyed the first 2 or 3 episodes. Moon Knight in it is so good. The woman in it is pretty decent. Lila, I think her name is. Ethan Hawke as the villain. He's okay. Khonshu is a highlight for me as well. Some of the battles that go on in this. Moon Knight's powers are brilliant. The split personality. Oscar, you know what? Props to Oscar Isaac, because the split personalities between Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, I don't know how he does it. And episode 5, where one of the personalities is stuck in the wasteland after falling off the boat as well. There's so much going into that. It's just, as you go along, it declines. The ending as well weren't as good for me. But you do get the reveal of, is it Jake Lockley? At the end, so hopefully we see more from Moon Knight and more about that, because I do enjoy this. Age of Ultron is pretty meh to me. It's above the rest of them. But out of the 4 Avengers films, it is the weakest. Nothing against it per se. Ultron in it is pretty solid. James Spader kills the voice. The main Avengers are I don't understand the Black Widow Hulk romance. I don't. Well, there's nothing more I can really say about it. The hammer lifting scene is pretty good. It hints at Captain America being able to lift the hammer in Endgame. I'm glad they remembered about that. But other than that, there's nothing really more I can say about it. It's just meh. Yeah. Loki is the best of the shows. I'm sticking it in very bloody good. I don't think it's better than any of these, but it is the best out of the shows. Tom Hiddleston kills it as Loki. Owen Wilson kills it as Mobius. Sophia DiMartino kills it as Sylvie. And obviously Kang in this as well is threatening, more threatening than he was in Ant-Man. In Ant-Man he was actually doing something. So tell me how you've just got Kang. You got Kang in the finale of this, and obviously the majority of season 2, but it's not actually Kang. It's that Ouroboros. No, it's not Ouroboros. That's the other guy. Victor Timely. You got him as Victor Timely in it, and he does less than what he did in Quantumania, but he's still just more threatening. Season 1 is top tier for me. Season 2, not as good, but still very good. Nothing more I can say. Renslayer drops a bit for me. You would get introduced to the Void and Eliath. And you get to see everything that goes on behind the scenes of the timelines. Yeah, it's pretty good. I hope they do something with Loki and Doomsday. Obviously, I know he's in it. Just don't know what it is yet. Captain America: Brave New World, the sequel to The Falcon and Winter Soldier. You got Cap. Oh, where do I put you? I do think it's worse than the show. It's bad. Samuel, we're going to start with the villains. Samuel Stearns is the leader, returns. And he's just boring. You get all this advertisement for the Red Hulk, and he's there for 10 minutes. And even then, it's just not a good final battle. The CGI lacks again. You got Sam Wilson as Captain America. You've got Torres as the new Falcon, who'd both do okay. But there's just no. I've seen this film twice. I saw it after cinema release. I waited until it was on Disney Plus. Watched it once and then watched it upon my rewatch, and I can barely remember a thing about it. Like, to me, it's just bad. She-Hulk, I don't even want to talk about. She-Hulk, I really don't want to talk about. Tatiana Maslany is okay as She-Hulk. The fourth wall breaks, I get it, but they're not as good as Deadpool's. They disregard an entire final battle at the end for her to break the fourth wall and talk to a robot. Titania is not as good. It's not an MCU show. I mean, if you want a legal drama, just do Daredevil. Just do Daredevil so much earlier. Because he does it so much. But Daredevil is the best bit about this whole show, and he's in it for an episode. Another highlight being maybe Bruce Banner as the Hulk again. Well, Mark Ruffalo returning. The whole bits with Abomination are not good. Yeah, the show is just bad. Echo, I'm going to put it alongside. I just think it's pointless. Again, they're equal. Echo's not worse than Shield. They're both equal to me. I might actually stick it above. I just didn't enjoy Echo. I think the show was just pointless because it doesn't add anything to the MCU as a whole. It just goes more into Kingpin and sets up. Well, I wouldn't even argue it sets up. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it does kind of set up Kingpin and Daredevil, but that's the only thing I'd watch it for. And again, the best bit about this show was the 5 minutes Daredevil was in it. like, there's nothing more I can say about it. It's just bad. Homecoming is up here for me. It is above all of them. It is up here. I wouldn't say it's Spider-Man's introduction, but it is. Well, it's not, because he was in Civil War, that was it. But it's finally going deeper into the Spider-Man of the MCU. Tom Holland as Peter Parker absolutely kills it. The school life he lives, trying to balance it all, is amazing. Adrian Toomes' Vulture, played by Michael Keaton as well, is one of the best villains in the MCU. Again, it's another villain born from Tony Stark, but this one is actually done well. The whole stealing the tech out of the plane thing and Peter going to stop it is brilliant. The bit where Toomes figures out Spider-Man, who Spider-Man is as well, it's about time, because he didn't need anything else about it. They both kind of figured who each other were. But yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming is very bloody good. It's the best out of the three. Winter Soldier, my favourite MCU film, is goated. It is above these three for me. This film is incredible. It is my favourite in the MCU. Cap and Nat are amazing in this. The adventure they go on, finding out Shield has been infiltrated by Hydra the whole time, and the reveal of Arnim Zola is top tier. And bringing Bucky back as well as the Winter Soldier, bringing that emotional point for Steve right at the end as well is brilliant. And yeah, it's so good. So good. It's my favourite in the MCU. We've got WandaVision next. It's decent enough, not as good as Hawkeye. Definitely doesn't beat Loki. No, I'm going to move Loki up past Far From Home. I think it's better. WandaVision was the first MCU show to be released, and I did think going into it was going to be a lot more than it was, but that's not necessary. But it's not a disappointment to me. Wanda and Vision in this are both very compelling heroes. The villain, Agatha Harkness, you don't actually find out she's the villain until I think it's the 5th episode. But even then, she is quite menacing. You finally get the Scarlet Witch's true abilities come through, or the true form. You had Evan Peters return as Quicksilver. I honestly thought it was going to be Aaron Taylor Johnson until I saw the reveal. Yeah, it's pretty solid. The episodes in it are fine. Some of them are quite amusing, and the way they handle each decade of TV as well is funny. Monica Rambeau, Darcy, and Jimmy Woo. Jimmy and Darcy are okay for me. Monica drops it a little bit for me. This is where she gets her powers as well, and she becomes Photon. But other than that, I don't think much of it. It's pretty decent other than that. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is goated for me. I'm going to stick it... I'll stick it behind Black Panther. It's goated. It's the best of the Guardians films. The introduction to them all is so good. You get Pete, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot all together. The prison breakout scene is top tier. The fight for the orb on Xandar is where they all meet each other is so funny. Ronan in this is a decent enough villain. Lee Pace does him very well. You finally see the Power Stone. in this and the power it can cause. Thanos in this is menacing even for the one scene he's in. Nebula in this isn't as good as 2 or 3, but I think that's only just because she wasn't as developed here like she was in 2 and 3. But yeah, it is one of the best films in the MCU. The dance off to save the universe, well, how can I not talk about it? So brilliant, so funny. What an ending to have to a film. What if I'm going to stick it there. The first season is solid. It's pretty good. The second and the third season bring it really down for me. Like, I don't get some of the episode choices. The Darcy and Howard the Duck bits in it I don't know why they're there. Yeah, you got the introduction of Kahori, and then you'll never see her again most likely, so I don't get that. Yeah, there's only 2 episodes for me that are highlights. That being What If Strange lost his heart instead of his hands. That episode killed me watching it. It's just so devastating. Because the emotion, like, it's an animated show, and the emotion Benedict Cumberbatch gives it is incredible. And of course, Marvel Zombies. That is probably the best episode. Other than, well, in What If it's the second best, but between the zombie episodes, it's the best episode. The cliffhanger ending it leaves you as well. Finally pays off in the Marvel Zombies show, but it's still pretty solid. Infinity Ultron as well is okay. And the finale bit is just fine. The only bit I didn't like about it is you had Gamora come into it and you still know nothing about her until you watch the second season. But yeah, the second and third seasons suck, so I'm going to stick it in bad. Agatha All Along. It's... You know, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to drop that down into just bad. Because I forgot I placed Love and Thunder there, and I do think Love and Thunder is better. I do think that's better. Yeah, I'm going to keep that there. Agatha All Along, I only watched it upon the rewatch. I didn't watch it when it was released. Agatha in it is pretty solid. Wiccan in it is pretty solid. You find out about him. Death in it, Aubrey Plaza, is pretty solid. She's quite amusing at times. She plays the role very well. The other witches and Mrs. Hart, not as keen on. Some of the trials they go on are okay. But to me, the show as a whole, it's not good. It's not what it could have been. I don't understand the point of an Agatha show. Like, at least show something to do with, like, being the main saga. Because it doesn't really prove anything. I don't even remember how it ended. I just know, I think Agatha died maybe, and then maybe come back to life. I don't know. Don't remember. Don't really care to rewatch it. It's probably going to be one of the ones I skip when I go to rewatch it. Thor Ragnarok is pretty bloody good. Not as good as Homecoming, but better than these. It was the third installment of Thor, and it's finally had a decent installment. It takes Thor, keeps the seriousness, has the jokes. Not what Love and Thunder did, where it took the seriousness away and kept the jokes. It was that mixed bag, and it was exactly what we needed for the character of Thor. Chris Hemsworth kills it. Mark Ruffalo kills it. Cate Blanchett kills it. Tessa Thompson kills it. Jeff Goldblum kills it. Tom Hiddleston kills it. Every actor in this kills the role. They absolutely smash it out of the park. Thor, Thor losing his hammer as well is, I wouldn't say it's emotional, but it's still pretty shocking. And then him getting the ability without of it at the end, losing his eye. It's all brilliant to me. Ragnarok is up there, very bloody good. Captain Marvel, I'm gonna go there. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. It's just not what it could have been for me. Brie Larson as Carol Danvers is okay. Jude Law as a Yon-Rogg is okay. The other Kree people are not. I don't like the Supreme Intelligence. I think she's just stupid. Ronan's little snippets in it, again, don't like it because he was just so much better in Guardians 1. Nick Fury in it is okay. Talos in it is okay. You finally understand what is going on with the Skrulls. You understand what's going on with the whole Skrull life. And that it's actually the Kree that are killing them off, destroying their land and taking their homes. They're just trying to fight back. The scene where Captain Marvel finally gets her powers, or gets control of them, is pretty solid in the final battle. But overall, the film I don't like. I don't enjoy it. Same here with Eternals, man. Eternals to me is just, again, it's pointless. We don't need it. There's so much that happened in that film and nothing connected to the main saga. Nothing is ever going to happen with Eternals. I don't even believe there's going to be an Eternals 2 because of how poorly it was received. You had you had a load of trailers featuring Salma Hayek, and she's in it for 5 minutes and she's dead. You've got Icarus and Cersei, who are okay. You got big actors like Angelina. You got a big actor like Angelina Jolie in it, and to be fair, she does okay. But it's nothing. It's a whole barrel of nothing. You got the ending where the Eternals that remained on Earth get taken by a Celestial, and you don't know what happens there. And then you get the 2 post-credit scenes with one with Harry Styles as Thanos' brother. Again, going nowhere with that, and you've got Kit Harington as the Black Knight. Again, you don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully you'll find out more from a Midnight Suns movie and I can maybe rate it a little bit higher if they do that. Maybe he'll appear in the Blade film if that ever happens, but apparently that's maybe not be happening anymore. So at the minute it's just leading to nothing and it adds nothing to the MCU. So it's just bad to me. Doctor Strange 1, I'm going to go with decent enough above the rest of these. I do enjoy the first Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Wong. I have no idea if I'm gonna say this right, but Baron Mordo. I don't know how you Mordo Chiwetel Ejiofor. They're all pretty solid. Caecilius drops a little bit for me. Mads Mikkelsen. But he's still pretty solid in it. Dormammu is in it and he's pretty solid for the 5 minutes he's there. The bargain scene is brilliant, and the reversal of time. The Ancient One as well is solid. Doctor Strange's training in it as well is quite amusing to watch at times. Yeah, it's decent. Multiverse of Madness drops for me. It's pretty meh. Where would I put it though? I'm gonna put it above these. Yeah, I'm gonna put it above the shows. It's just pretty meh to me. Because it just doesn't top this. Scarlet Witch in it is solid. She's very menacing. Benedict Cumberbatch again as Doctor Strange is pretty good. You got America Chavez introduction in this, and the whole traveling the multiverse. It finally goes into further depth after No Way Home. That's probably the highlights for me, is them three and the multiversal travel. The negatives for me, the Illuminati. It's nice seeing Patrick Stewart back as Professor X, but he does nothing. John Krasinski is you finally get a Mr. Fantastic, does nothing. The stupidest part of the movie, and I'll put the clip in here. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. The what mouth scene. How stupid. Black Bolt can kill you with a whisper from his mouth. Yeah, what mouth? She's got fucking magic, you dickhead. I love John Krasinski as an actor, but fuck me, that was stupid. You got Captain Carter, you got Binary. Yeah, big negative for me. It just wasn't what it could have been. Iron Man 1 is up here. The introduction to the MCU, he is so goated. RDJ kills it in this. The film is goated. Obadiah Stane isn't that great a villain, but he serves his purpose. Pepper Potts is in it. Terrence Howard was Rhodey in this one, and even then he still does well. But this as an introduction to the MCU is so good. Because from start to finish, I don't think I've looked. From start to finish, I don't think I looked away once. Because you go from him being a weapons manufacturer, seeing what the damage of what he's been doing, building these weapons. You start seeing the damage of it all, and he changes his ways and he builds the Iron Man suit and goes to destroy everything. It's so good. It's so good. It's goated. Werewolf by Night, I'm gonna go decent. For a special presentation, it's pretty. For a 40-minute special, even, it's pretty solid. Don't think it's as good as these, but I still do enjoy watching it. The introduction of Man-Thing, the werewolf, Elsa Bloodstone, and seeing that these monsters aren't actually monsters, they're just trying to live their life, and they're being hunted. It's pretty good. Man-Thing and werewolf in it are so funny together. Yeah, it's a 40-minute Halloween special, and I love it. I don't love it, but it's pretty good. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is so funny. Arguably just as good as Guardians 3 and 2. But I'm going to keep it at the bottom of the tier because it is only a 40-minute special. If it was a full-length film, it'd be up there. Full-length Christmas film, I'd be there. You got Drax and Mantis going to Earth, trying to kidnap Kevin Bacon. Them two together, it reminds me so much of me and my friend. And it makes me giggle. The jokes in it land, all of them. Drax wanting the little funny man. The showdown with the cops, going out clubbing. They just get up to every Earth Christmas hijink ever. Besides trying to kidnap Kevin Bacon, and it's so funny. And the reveal of when Peter sees Kevin Bacon, like expecting Quill to be happy about it that they've kidnapped Kevin Bacon, and he just flips out. It is so funny. I watch this every Christmas now. It's one of the first things I watch. Ironheart is bad. Don't think it's as bad as some other shows and films in this column. Again, I don't like Dominique Thorne as Ironheart. Nothing against the actor. Say I just don't like it. You've got Mephisto as the main, and the Hood as the main villain, but Mephisto, you know he's there, but you don't see him until episode 6, and even then he does nothing. So it was a big lead up to nothing. I don't get the ending of her choosing to take the deal and or not. And you barely see the Ironheart suit. You're on a show about Ironheart, and she spends majority of the show building it and then damaging it. It just doesn't work for me. And you'll probably see her again in a Young Avengers film if they make one. I don't think she's going to be in Doomsday. But yeah, it's not that for me. Thunderbolts. I've seen 2 or 3 times now. I'm going to stick it in decent above the rest of them. Because you just got these group of these ex-villains, anti-heroes, coming together to form their own one team. And they all work. Obviously, the key negative in this is going to be Taskmaster being advertised as Summit Main and then being shot in the head 5 minutes into being in the film. Well, 5 minutes into first appearing. But it all works so well. Highlights of this are the whole team. Yelena is clearly the highlight, and the background message of it about mental health and all that, they handle it really well. Bob slash Sentry slash Void is so good, and it really does kill your heart knowing what he's been through and the emotional and physical toll it's took on him. But yeah, they handle the mental health message in that really well, and I do think it is a decent film. Again, the improvement of US Agent from this compared to this, it's so good. He's actually funny in this. He's likable. Compared to in this where he isn't anything. You even got the setup of the Fantastic Four coming into the main Earth, setting up the Doomsday as well. Can't wait to see how that plays out in December, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, you got the Fantastic Four. I'm going to put it in decent as well. Above Shang-Chi, above Captain America, but not as good as Doctor Strange in my opinion. It's really good. It's decent enough. The Fantastic Four together are really good. Is it Jennifer Garner? A Silver Surfer? Silver Surfer actor. Oh no, actress. Julia Garner, not Jennifer Garner. She does pretty solid. The only negative is Galactus is in it for 20 minutes and doesn't really do anything. Other than come to Earth and try and steal a baby. But other than that, the film as a whole is pretty decent. I'm definitely rewatching it before Doomsday. We're on to Daredevil Born Again. The return of Daredevil. It is there for me. It's above Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's so bloody good. You got Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio coming back. The first 10 minutes in the first episode is gut-wrenching. Seeing Foggy and Karen and all the characters come back. Muse as a villain is good. The Punisher's return in it is good. And I can't wait to see his special presentation when it comes out, and him again returning as the new Spider-Man. Yeah. Daredevil Born Again is so good. And I think we've reached the... Yeah, because we've just got a duplicate of the first Avenger. So yeah, that is my ranking of all MCU projects coming that have been released. Obviously can't rank these ones. I don't know if I'm definitely not going to watch that. I can't be bothered with it. I don't know if I'll ever get on to watching these. Maybe I'll watch Daredevil and Punisher, but I'm not sure about the others yet. I don't think I'm going to watch Agent Carter. But yeah, that is my official MCU ranking. I hope you all very much enjoyed this video. It's been a long one, but I hope you all enjoyed it. If you all did, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the ranking. Let me know what you would like me to rank next. Yeah, thank you all very much, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.